This is surely among the most anticipated books of the year, and it's certain to set off the president. Overnight, we got our first full look. James Comey delivering a scathing indictment of President Trump, detailing how Comey says the president lives in a cocoon of alternative reality, describing him as a congenital liar, devoid of human emotion, and driven by personal ego.
At the White House this morning, new fallout from a bombshell book. Former FBI Director James Comey unloading in a blistering takedown of President Trump.
James, will you please? He's become more famous than me.
Nearly a year after his firing, Comey still looms large over the Trump presidency. In his explosive new memoir, A Higher Loyalty, Comey calls the president unethical and untethered to the truth, and highlights Donald Trump's apparent fixation with salacious but unverified details from an intelligence dossier, including allegations that Russians had recorded Mr. Trump with prostitutes at a Moscow hotel in 2013. Comey writes during a private conversation at Trump Tower in January 2017, President-elect Trump strongly denied the allegations, asking, rhetorically I assumed, whether he seemed like a guy who needed the service of prostitutes. He then began discussing cases where women had accused him of sexual assault, a subject I had not raised, Comey writes. He mentioned a number of women and seemed to have memorized their allegations. NBC News obtained a copy of the book due out on Tuesday, along with other news outlets, including the Washington Post.
Comey says Trump called him the next week to mention the dossier again, to try to convince him that the allegations were not true, and asked him if the FBI would investigate them.
The nation's former top law enforcement officer compares President Trump to notorious mobster Sammy the Bull, explaining how his interactions with the president gave him flashbacks to my earlier career as a prosecutor against the mob, the boss in complete control, the loyalty oaths, the us versus them worldview. All of it, in Comey's words, creating the forest fire that is the Trump presidency. What is happening now is not normal, he writes. It is not fake news. It is not okay. Comey also defends his handling of the Clinton email investigation.
It makes me mildly nauseous to think that we might have had some impact on the election.
Comey now writes, I have read that she felt anger toward me personally, and I'm sorry for that.
Just moments ago, the press secretary here at the White House responded, saying one of the few areas of true bipartisan consensus in Washington is that Comey has no credibility. As for the question of obstruction of justice, Comey describes himself as a witness and doesn't draw any conclusions about it. He says it's certainly possible that the president was trying to obstruct justice, but acknowledges he does not know all the evidence that Robert Mueller's team may have collected. Savannah and Hoda?
Well, as the truck backs up there, Peter, into your shot, I hope you can hear my question. I know you've got a little more information about those raids on President Trump's personal lawyer, Michael Cohen's office earlier this week, about what was found there?
Yeah, that's right. That raid has certainly infuriated and worried the president's allies. The Washington Post reporting that Trump's associates are concerned that federal investigators may have seized recordings made by Michael Cohen. Cohen, you know, is a close confidant of the president's. He served as the lawyer at the Trump organization for the last decade. He was known to store the business and political conversations, the Post says, using digital files and then to replay them for colleagues. What's not clear is whether the president's voice is on any of those recordings. Cohen's lawyer hasn't commented. That raid, by the way, has already upended the delicate negotiations between the president's attorneys and Mueller's team. Multiple sources familiar with the matter this morning tell NBC News months of talks collapsed this week, and that Mueller's team is currently moving forward without a presidential interview. Savannah and Hoda?
And Peter, on another note, we hear that there may be a presidential pardon in the works. Yeah. What's going on with that?
Yeah, that's right. No one from the president's orbit. Instead, NBC News confirmed overnight that the president plans to pardon a man by the name of Scooter Libby. That's a one-time top aide to former Vice President Dick Cheney. Libby, you may remember, was convicted about a decade ago of obstruction of justice and lying to the FBI in the leak of a CIA operative's name. President Bush back then commuted his prison sentence, but he stopped short of a full presidential pardon. Critics right now say the president is basically sending a message with this move that if you lie under oath or obstruct justice, he might just let you off the hook. Back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Peter.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.